the time throughout the season, but now he's on the back foot again. Uriarte's Christian Daniel, that's good. Right. But yes, Peter, I mean, what do you do if you're this top three? Hope out the lead, and it's amazing how that could just change a rider's mentality.
Yeah.
Help a KTM factory rider can be helping out with that.
Well, that's an interesting point you make, because I know that
you're as intelligent as we believe them all to be. You keep it all relatively in order.
Absolutely. You know, Uriarte is very strong mentally, and you see, from the Red Bull Athletes Performance Centre was one of the mental coaches.
Safe, clean, hard racing, because you all want to win, but boys, you can all come home.
He actually had the better line than Veda through there. He got the drive out of it. Veda caught him. Works with Maverick Vinales actually, and he was in Jerez and working with Maverick.
With a podium minimum if you keep it up right into the final corner with 5 laps to go. Here's what happened with Christian Daniel
going into the corner, but Brian Uriarte flicked it right and then left Maverick. So if he can help Maverick, maybe Maverick can help Marco Morelli on the mental side, because you know, when you're that
junior, the number 70 in the middle of your screen there, 4th in this pack, just up the inside, bit too much, asking too much
to get the drive out.
On that penalty as well for Mon and Yane due to exceeding track limit.
That quick, when you can win a race on a different planet like he did at Essen last year, it really has
to the front brake, the front wheel, the front tyre says no thanks, and unfortunately Kermantinez limits. He's down in 20th at the moment, fighting with Plonk, who also had a long lap penalty. Agostinelli,
nothing wrong with your riding skill, it really has to be a mental thing, doesn't it?
You know, exactly. He's very, very high praise rider, gets sent several feet is an understatement. It's just ahead of them. He's done his long lap penalty as well.
Oh, and Brian getting
in the Junior World Championship as well. He sits 9th position. Didn't have a very good Jerez into the gravel.
Yeah, as you say, it's a bit sideways on the brakes going in there, but he managed to hang on to it.
Who's that? That's Agostinelli. Strictly speaking, is his best result was 8th place.
You know, huge question, because you know, Brian Uriarte made a mistake at the final turn. Presumably ruined his concentration having to do the long lap penalty.
There in race 1. So Morelli just a bit bogged down in confidence perhaps at the moment. You might
in I think race 1 last year. So he's not, you know, he's going to steer clear of that hope, and caught himself out. Anyway, back with the leaders then. Brian Uriarte still with the advantage over Pratama.
I say.
Yeah. Okay, back with the leaders then. So this is the leading 5, and we've decided for whatever reason, but just what do you do? It does all come down to that last corner. It doesn't. And Hakim Danish, they got a very, very slight advantage over the 17 of Yarosh, with a 4.6 second gap that these 5 are going to remain to the end. Now it'll look like any of these 3 are going to make a break for it, get away far enough away for it not to be. Kapushin,
Kurdistani rider, just what a tick up in form he's had.
You know, who has an advantage? Who's got something extra? Obviously, Veda Pratama doesn't know a last corner battle.
And also, if we look at the lap times again, I mean, they've had across the line. Let's see what the lap time is there since that pole in that front row start, podium back in.
The track quite as well as some of the Spaniards around him, but that's never stopped him before.
So a 149.5, 149.4, 49.3. Everybody else back in Germany, really, really impressive. One of the youngest riders on the Rookies Cup grid, isn't he?
4. So I don't think the circuit knowledge thing is a huge thing. Maybe the number of
Morelli just behind them, a 149.6. Okay, Thompson was able to put in a 49.3, but this Hakim Danish went very wide there. That could have been a long lap penalty for Danish.
11, David Gonzalez, but that's his first rookie season, so if he knows the track, it's not on this motorcycle.
And it's not going to close down a 5-second gap now, so it really is between these 3 for the win. He was certainly right on the edge of the white. Did he actually go onto the green?
So it's really evenly paced here, and we've yet to see anyone exercise
bar any disasters for the race winning chances.
And the guys guys know what it's like to run, you know.
That is the question.
And he's still there in third place, and Christian Daniel Jr.
Size a significant advantage anyway. Certainly not sort of sitting up and waiting for anybody down the back straight. Tyres of this age, the Pirellis hang on very, very well indeed. They're tremendously, you know.
Yeah, up into fifth again. I think somebody way off in the green there. Christian Daniel Jr. He'd lost a few places.
No, absolutely right. So I think these ones aside, one rider on the move is Zenmit.
Predictable. So even if they fade, it's a predictable fade. So the guys shouldn't be caught out. They, you know, through practice,
perhaps when that messy lap a couple of turns.
Carney, who's now into 6th place at 2:02, lapping similar pace to these guys.
Practice, they use used tyres and new tyres, so they're very well prepared for the race situation.
Go, but he's back in the hunt now, up into 6th place ahead of Morelli and Gonzalez.
Yaroslav Karpushin up in 10th place at 2:01 last time around. Karpushin was... Well then, down the back straight we come, 4 laps to go. I mean, Peter, this is an really, really impressive, all this. I mean, what a change we've had. He was one of the riders that found himself way down the order on the grid, 24th position. Exciting race. It's gearing up for a crescendo right at the end. Just look at these riders. 3 in this race so far, Peter. Proper race of 2 halves. As we see, a few riders have gone down. So that is a heck of a pace from the Kyrgyzstani rider.
Yeah, but wasn't that because he
rested to turn 6? Benyat Fernandez thinking, oh, look at me, I'm already fighting for the top 4 in Rookie Cup. Here's what happened to it then. Monignani, he was trying to go into the long lap, I think.
Penalised,
exactly.
I think. So, yeah, he was, you know, he came along this weekend and was quick enough in practice.
In my first race against the likes of Morelli, you know, this is, yeah, he was trying to go into the long lap and just had nowhere to go.
So I think, you know, it's great things to see him battling
not what the usual battles we're used to seeing, actually, though, is it? Even though it's still exciting.
It is exciting.
Tassini just right in front of him. Unfortunate incident there.
Through the field like that, he certainly gave a lot. Oh, and Veda Pratama having things moving around quite a lot. That gave him, and I think, you know, it looks as though maybe Morelli, Fernandez and Thompson are going to get away in that second.
So back at the front then, Peter. Veda from Uriarte, Danish.
A reason to be concerned, and he's gone from 1st to 5th in one corner.
There you go.
Group, and they're going to be battling as the top 6, battling for that.
Karpushin, Benyat Fernandez, Daniel, Morelli and Gonzalez. As we see, Singapong's gone down. That's a shame for Mike New. Was having a really good race.
4th place, which of course, if any of these guys make a mistake, suddenly becomes a battle for the podium.
The front 7, 8 riders now starting to pull away a bit. Ramadipa in 9th. Carter Thompson was just going to touch upon Karpushin. Say Morelli's sort of down on confidence.